Hey everybody, this is Travis Lima here. Welcome to the Nomad podcast. With me again today, Franco Cronjé. Franco, how are things going on your end?
Travis, hi, nice speaking again. Yeah, very well, thank you. I'm still on the road. It's almost a month since I've left home, and about 2 or 3 weeks since we last spoke. But it's going very well.
On today's podcast, I thought we could maybe speak a little bit about Dubai itself and maybe why a company or individual should, possibly consider Dubai as a place to venture into or start investing in.
Yeah.
What makes Dubai special?
This region has just really been growing astronomically. Yes, it's been on the back of oil and oil reserves. You can look at Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, mainly oil driven. Dubai, even Abu Dhabi next to Dubai. Dubai, however, in the past, sort of 10, 20 years has diversified away from oil to such an extent that basically only about 5% of their GDP or their income, national income, is derived from oil. So it's a very well diversified industry, with property being a very big role player, as well as then entertainment and attractions, obviously. So the attraction really for this area is, I would say, twofold. One, for individuals, and then secondly for business owners. For you coming into Dubai, there's really for an individual or for individuals or people that seek employment, there's numerous opportunities for you to get involved in this country due to the fact that there's a lot of diversification. On a owner or company owner or an entrepreneur's perspective, you're really branching out or diversifying into what I would say the center of the earth. They say that 1/3 of the world's population is a 3-hour flight from Dubai. So with all the diversification, with all the activity happening in this area, supply chain requires service providers to obviously service the industries, the various industries in this area. So those are probably the main reasons. From a country perspective, whether you're individual or a company that comes into this place, infrastructure is world class. It's first world country. Cost, yes, there's no tax. Maybe the cost in some instances are a bit higher than one would expect, but it's a first world country, like I say. If you don't venture too much into, I would say, the tourist hotspots, you can get away with decent cost. Safety is another thing I can mention. You're really not gonna be worried about your life and your safety. Yes, there's possibly petty crime, but security in the city is very good, and you rarely, if ever, feel unsafe. Whether you're a man or a woman. Experiences, there's numerous, really too many to count, places to go to, restaurants, activities, parks, water parks, and then opportunity, I guess. Opportunity is just manifold. In places like South Africa and many other countries, you've got so many things to keep you busy with, except what you really need to do. Where in a place like this, you can really focus on what you want to focus. And time zone, it's sort of in the middle of the world. If you look at the time zone, which makes it very nice in terms of the time difference between South Africa and many other countries.
So let's say I am a company, I'm looking to start a company. I'm sold on Dubai. Dubai sounds like a fantastic place to, lay my roots down. Can you talk a little bit about how difficult it is for one to get into Dubai, maybe with regards to residency, visas, or anything of that nature? How easy is it for one to get residency in Dubai?
It over the last couple of years has become much easier than in the past. Coming here for holiday, obviously you can just go and get a 90-day, 30 or 90-day holiday or vacation visa, which is quite easy to get. You just need to book your flight ticket. But in terms of branching out and really looking at Dubai residency, there's a couple of options which one can look at. maybe let me run through them quickly. One would be investment. Public, they refer to it as a public investment. And then there's a certain amount of money involved in that. So the public investment is about 10 million dirham, which you need to invest. And that, in that they dictate in what you need to invest and how you need to invest and how many visas you can get. The next option would be real estate. So as a South African or foreigner, you can come to this country and you can invest in real estate. Or you can then start a company. So branching out into the region, you can come into one of the free zones or mainland areas, and you can open a company, form a company, and from there then you can get allocation of visas, which allow for residency visas. And then there's two other options, which I think is probably not something we should discuss too much, but that's persons with specific talents and then outstanding students. Now, persons with specific talents, would be doctors, professors, research and development. But don't expect to just apply and get it. Prove some track record in the country. Come here, open your company, do your business. Come here, invest in real estate, and then you can do those other things. So, Travis, maybe more to the point, there's really two ways for you to, I would say, easy ways for you to invest into the country and get residency. One is by spending 1 million dirham on a property, which will allow you allocation of a residency permit. Or then secondly, investing in a company, opening your own company. Whether you use that company for business per se, or whether you just use that company as a vehicle to get residency, doesn't really matter. Yeah, you still have the option of opening a company and then just using that for residency.
How would one actually go about starting a company in Dubai? Like, I'm actually trying to think for myself in my business. It could seem like quite a daunting task. Can you just touch on that real quick on what are sort of the overview steps of that?
You're completely right in saying that it does seem like a daunting task, and in some respect it is a little bit daunting. Whether it's Dubai, the UAE, or any other country, going into a foreign jurisdiction does have its complications. Of course, you would need to understand the nuances as well as all the legislation around it. What the buyers have ever done is, they've created this economic sections or hubs, which makes it easier for you. You really have two options to come into Dubai. One is to make use of what I refer to as a free zone or a free zone company. And very recently, they've eased the restrictions regarding mainland companies. So you as a South African, can do research on the internet, and you'll probably get to see more information on free zone and mainland companies. And in short, a free zone is an economic hub which the government has allowed or given a sort of licensing rights to a specific area to allow foreigners to come and open companies, get licenses, and then that authority regulates the activities of those companies. So instead of working with the government directly, as it would be with a Dubai mainland company, you now deal specifically with a free zone company. These free zone companies, there's many of them. There's probably between 30 and 50 in Dubai area alone, combined with Sharjah. And, reference to some of them would be Dubai Multi-Commodity Center, International Free Zone Authority, International World Trade Center Authority, Dubai South. There would be JAFSA. So there's many names associated with these things, but all of them serves a little bit of a purpose. So Dubai Multi-Commodity Center, main focus initially when they started was trade, the trade of diamonds, the trade of coffee, the trade of commodities. They've branched out into, allowing you to service or to allow many other industries, normal industries, as I can say, where you get a free zone such as JAFSA, which is mainly focused on ports authorities, logistics. So if you're in that industry, maybe that's a little bit of a better option. One I haven't mentioned yet is Internet City or Dubai Media City. So if you are a media company or a media house, and you focus mainly on that industry, maybe that's a better option for you. And the reason being is because these free zones put in infrastructure specifically for supporting and developing that main industry they're supporting. So you, as a South African, Travis, you looking into branching out into the Middle East, it would be a process of really understanding and identifying what's your main goals. Is it only for getting residency, or is it for actually building your business and entering this, as I can say, sort of zero tax country? And then from there, we can identify which free zone would probably suit you best, which budget would suit you best. Free zones and opening companies can be anything from 20,000 dirhams up to 100,000 dirhams. It really depends on the free zone and the area you choose, and which one is specifically related to what you would require.
And Franco, is this something that you and your business can actually help fellow South African entrepreneurs with? Is that something that as a service that you could offer?
Yeah, Travis, most definitely. Nomad.cloud has got an office in Dubai. We've got a company operating, fully fledged company, and we're also involved in a couple of other industries and companies which we've set up, and are involved in assisting those clients with regional compliance, as well as just laying the foundation, just making sure that as a guide, we can assist those clients and people to just put down their feet, put down the anchors, and just get into this country. So really from evaluating and discussing and looking at options to helping you to physically register your company, and then just giving guidance on what will happen when you go and open a bank account, how that process works, how and when do you need lease agreements, how do you go about that, and just generally where to go to. Dubai is obviously a big city, or Emirati, and just literally which areas to consider. Do you like Dubai Marina? Do you want to go to maybe Deira? Do you want to look at sort of one of the other areas, Jumeirah? So I think holistically we really can assist with guiding you to expand into the Middle East.
Perfect. Franco, I see that our time is coming up at the moment. Real quick, how can someone get in touch with you if they are looking to expand into Dubai? What's sort of the best contact details?
So Travis, our website, Nomad.cloud, has got numerous information, pieces of information, articles on Dubai, and what it entails, what you can think about, how you can look into this thing and research. So really that would be the first port of call. Make contact to our website. I would urge you to first do research, read as much as you can on the internet itself without even looking at Nomad. There's really huge amount of information on Dubai. It's actually when you go and look at Google and you search Dubai and residency and company formation, there's too many options. I found when I started this process, you don't know which to choose, which service provider to choose. There's just so many, and the risk obviously with choosing anybody and you're not close to those persons, is difficult. So do the research, and then when you're ready, you come to the website, you read our stuff, and you make contact, and we take it from there.
Franco, thank you so much for chatting. I look forward to chatting again, and have a great day.
So thanks for your time, Travis, and cheers.